clapped. All right, at this point, you guys already know, but I picked up a 2021 GR Toyota Supra. This thing is awesome, but as you guys saw, it's a little clapped. Now look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't mind because like I keep on saying, for me, it's content. By the way, let's get a bit of a cold start. It's not bad. This thing does have a catless downpipe, so that's what makes it sound a little better. But yeah, I don't mind because it is good content for me. I will restore this car and I will take you guys along with me for the journey of that. But it's clapped. In that first video, you guys saw some of its clappedness and you guys just saw a little more in that intro, but there's a lot more to it, unfortunately. Nothing too crazy, but it might be worse than I thought. So just as a reminder, guys, this car is a rebuilt title. It was in a front end accident, but thankfully there was no frame damage, no engine damage, and no suspension damage. So I will say it drives pretty well. Like, I have no complaints about how it drives. The suspension still feels really good, even though this thing has 42,000 miles on it. The engine pulls really hard. This guy's looking. Hold on, guys, we're gonna launch it a little bit.
That's not a Spider.
No, it's a Supra.
What a Supra.
This thing gets so much attention. It's so crazy. Like, this stock clapped out car gets so much attention. Anyways, what was I saying? I don't remember. All right, the point is, this thing drives pretty well. Even for the damage that it does have. Yo, this thing's a bad influence. Anyways, what was I saying? I forgot again. All right, look guys, point is, this thing did not have any severe damage. So overall, this car drives pretty well. It just needs some TLC. We need to fix a few things. And, you know, hopefully we'll make this thing like 100% by the end of it. But yeah, right now I kind of want to show you guys a little more about this car, because in that last video, well, and listen, I'm not upset about it, but I noticed you guys like to skip ahead and just see the car itself. So whenever someone sees a video about new cars, they kind of just skip ahead and they don't really watch the whole thing. So that's why I was like, oh, you know what, let me just make that video a little shorter, a little sweeter. But today I'm gonna show you guys everything that at least I noticed is wrong with this car. And again, it's legitimately worse than I thought. When I went to go pick up this car, I was expecting certain things. It just continually got worse. All right, figured we'd change it up a little bit because I'm probably gonna take some like reels and stuff out here. But anyways, so first obvious thing is this hood. Now, when the guy rebuilt this car, he did not put a factory hood. He got an aftermarket carbon fiber hood, but clearly this thing's been sitting out in the sun for way too long. So debating what to do with this. Do we fix this hood, sand it down, re-clear coat it, or do we just go with an OEM hood? Because the thing is, guys, the fitment on this thing is really bad. Now, do we fix it and keep it? It's a carbon fiber hood. I mean, it's pretty cool. Or do we just get the original one and get better fitment? I'm thinking we get an original one. By the way, I'm gonna turn off the car because it's too loud. All right, that's the first thing. The second thing, just right off the bat, I can notice right here, this thing has those cheap window tints. You guys can always tell because these window tints will kind of blue. They're also just way too dark. This thing's already hard to see out of, so these window tints are not helping it. We definitely need to get rid of those. The previous owner also left some stickers, which I have no idea what they mean. We'll get rid of that, no problem. The spoiler back here, this is a Street Hunter spoiler, which I believe is actually pretty pricey, but as you guys can tell, the carbon on this spoiler has the same thing as hood. It's not as bad, but it's still really bad. So for this, I actually don't even know if I'm gonna keep the spoiler, guys. I don't know, something we have to think about, but if we do keep this, we do have to obviously fix this. Now I could just wrap this gloss black, or I can properly just get it sanded down and re-clear coated. But again, things to think about, but that thing is definitely clapped, which I'm not too upset about because that's technically an addition. But then the downside is, to install these spoilers, you need to drill into the trunk. So if we take this off, we're gonna have to figure out what we do about that. Anyways, moving on. The next thing is a smaller thing. This little side marker right over here. This thing is clearly broken, that's fine. And then the ones on the front, I guess they've just been sitting out in the sun for too long. You probably got some cheap Amazon ones in gloss black, but yeah, these things, they actually match the hood. So hey, at least it's consistent. All right, working our way to the front over here. This is actually an aftermarket badge, I believe. So we'll keep that actually. The headlight. This headlight, guys, was replaced in the accident, and I don't know if it was in bad condition, so the guy rebuilding it tried to redo it or something, but did not do a very good job. So we are gonna have to potentially sand this down, take it off first, sand it down, re-clear coat it. Hopefully that will save it. Another thing is we are missing this grill over here, which seems like a simple thing, but man, those grills are so expensive for no reason. It's just plastic. And then just overall, the whole fitment on this front bumper is really bad. So we will take off the front bumper. We will try to fit it a little better. Again, it might be because of the hood as well, but I even noticed there's some clips and bolts missing on the fender liner. So everything is just not like 100% lined up. But the next thing, and I'm not even 100% sure about this, but isn't it supposed to say Supra right over here? Are we missing a Supra badge? I think so. But yeah, that should hopefully be an easy fix. I don't know how expensive those badges are. I'm sure they're expensive. Otherwise, guys, exterior-wise, I'm probably forgetting some stuff, but I think those are the main things. But now we're gonna get into some other stuff because unfortunately, that is not where it ends. So one thing, guys, the blind spot monitoring on this car, specifically on the right side, does not work. Now look, I'm not gonna say that I'm the type of guy that usually uses blind spot monitoring. Usually I don't. But this car, the blind spots are so bad. I actually do feel like I need to use the blind spot monitoring on this car. I use it on the left side, which works, which is an even worse blind spot because I can't see anything. But at least the right, I can kind of look back out of the windshield. But yeah, the right side just does not work. I don't know what's going on with it. I think the sensor is in the rear bumper, so we will have to look at that. But I'm hoping there's just something disconnected on the mirror. I don't know. Now look, guys, we're not gonna fix any of this stuff today. I just want to show you guys a better view of this car and show you just how clapped it really is, because in the last video I didn't do that. The next video we'll hopefully start fixing some of these things. We'll start off with the easier things and we'll work our way up. So if you guys want to see that, please drop this video a like. But anyways, let's keep on going. The next thing that we have to fix is, you guys can probably see right over here. So this car, when it was in an accident, the front airbag deployed, the knee one deployed, and then the current airbags deployed on both sides. He did say this is the original headliner, but clearly it is not lining up. I don't know if that's something I'm gonna be able to fix. So I will definitely give it a shot. If not, I know a body shop that I'm very confident will be able to fix that. Something else that's also mechanical, or I think kind of not mechanical, but you know, technical, is this car is missing the front radar sensors, whatever you wanna call it, that controls like the cruise control and all that. So whenever you drive this car, it gives you a warning like every 30 minutes, basically telling you that your cruise control and your driving assistance is limited. So I believe it'll sit right over here. So when I take off this front bumper, I'll try to make sure I have that radar. Unfortunately, guys, the downside with that is, well, it's not just about installing the radar, then you have to like get it coded to the car and programmed to the car. I know a guy who does a lot of coding. I'm assuming, because he usually does BMWs. This is pretty much a BMW. So I'm assuming he'll be able to do it for me, but that's something we're gonna have to figure out. But yeah, otherwise, guys, I'm trying to think of what else there is. I mean, overall, the interior is in pretty decent condition. Like the leather is in really good condition, but we will give this thing an entire detail. We'll condition all the leather just to make sure it really, you know, it just lasts and it holds up. One downside is this thing smells like smoke. I do not smoke, guys. I'm not into smoking. I absolutely hate the smell of smoke. I don't smoke, I don't drink, it's just not me. I spend all my money on my cars and not on that stuff. But the previous owner definitely used to smoke because, yeah, it smells like smoke in there. So we are gonna have to bomb this thing. By the way, for you guys who don't know, there's like these canisters you put inside the car, releases a whole bunch of smoke, and I don't know if it's technically called a bomb, but that's what I call it. So that's what I'm talking about. But anyways, that's something we do need to settle. Something else that I just remembered is, for some reason, this side of the door is missing some panels. Sorry, not panels, probably more so trim. So we're missing the one inside there, the one behind the handle over there, and I believe we're missing this one here. Very random. Something else, not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see it, but that little net thing is coming off, which I actually think we can probably easily fix this one. I don't really know. We'll look into it a little more. Also, there's a panel here. Oh, what is this? Looks like we might have found a little panel, guys, but I have no idea what this is for. I'm probably gonna forget a whole bunch of stuff because every day I drive this thing, I discover something new. And again, guys, when I went to go see this thing in person, I was expecting, one, I wasn't expecting the hood to be like that. I knew it was a carbon hood, but I did not expect it was gonna be like a beat up carbon hood. And then I was, you know, expecting like a few things here and there that the previous owner did call out specifically, but then there's a whole bunch of other things, a whole bunch of little things. Like the blind spot monitoring, he never mentioned, so that was a surprise to me. Oh, something else, it only has one key. So we'll definitely have to go to Coding Dynamics and get a second key made. Now, again, we will be restoring this car and we will be modifying it. So again, if you guys want to see that, stay tuned, hit that like button. We're gonna go like full speed on this thing. I don't want to hold back on it. I just want to like get to it right away. In fact, one of the next videos, we're gonna be taking care of a few things, a few easier things, but we are gonna be doing a whole bunch in one video. Then later, we're gonna do a whole bunch of maintenance. So we wanna make sure that the maintenance on this thing is up to date. Oil changes, cabin air filters, especially with that smoke smell. Now look guys, I am by no means complaining. Although I'm technically complaining, I'm not actually complaining. Overall, I think, I don't really know. I think I paid a decent price for this thing, all things considered. And again, like I kind of said in the beginning, for me, it's good content. So although the car needs some TLC, it just gives me more stuff to do, and it hopefully should be more entertaining for you guys. But anyways guys, I'm pretty much gonna wrap up this video here. Just wanted to give you guys a better idea of just how clapped this car is and some ideas of future plans for us. So keep on saying it, but if you guys are interested in this car, please drop this video a like. It just helps me know that you guys really are interested in it. So if you guys want to follow this build, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
If you don't listen that much, some of y'all don't listen at all. Say they be pushing your